say if it was windy, I would have to hold it like this.
Yeah.
But we're good today. Wind. Send me the link for that. In case I'm gonna have like a double emergency.
Let's get
Start it. Tour.
Hey, first off, we'd like to say,
Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Ba'Kodash, Tawada Yahweh, for giving us Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the apostles of GMS, all right, who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai in them. Double honors to the CT bishops, all right, Abigachim. And greetings and salutations to the Akim in this country and all over the world who are prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. All right, shalom to those who are scattered abroad. Here we are. Let the scripture speak, NYC. All right, and the Lord, we're back out here, man. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shai has brought us back out in the streets to do his work. We've always been doing the work, starting with the apostles of GMS, bringing out these prophecies day in and day out. All right, and all these brothers are happy to be around each other, excited. As you know, with the weather, it's been a little obviously cold, so we couldn't be out here in these critical cold conditions.
Not critical, dangerous.
Well, yeah, you're right, dangerous too, man. But the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shai, still had his prophets on fire. Doing his work. Matter of fact, I haven't got the scripture in a while. You can get in Ezra's. If you type in, it says his cup was on fire, or something like that. The cup filled me, the cup was fire. I don't know what was fire. The cup was fire. Ezra's.
Can I bring on this for me?
Yeah.
Quick. Yep. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Yeah, that's right. Can you read that again? That's Matthew, right?
Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days shall be shortened.
Yeah, except those days shall be shortened.
There shall no flesh be saved.
There shall no flesh be saved. All right, meaning that I did a show back in 2020, right? That was a year of prophecy, year of 2020, and I came across an article that they recorded the shortest days, the 8 fastest days on record for 2020, right? So before 2020, there were other faster days.
Oh shit!
But in 2020, 1 year, 8 days were faster than all other days that were ever recorded to be so-called fast. Right. So many we're talking about, there's 24 hours in a day, so they record like 23 hours and like 98 seconds or 95, whatever. But anyway, that was like groundbreaking. And then, and I believe we're in 2026 now, so I believe 2 years ago, 2023, a brother did another show on that, and now it exceeded another faster day. There's other recorded faster days than in 2020. So proving to you what we just read. Let's read that again.
Yeah, come.
Yeah. And this are the Lord's mouth.
Yeah.
All right, Lord Yahweh Shai.
Yeah. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened.
So now we can bring in the articles, or we can bring out. I'm getting excited. We can bring out the articles on it as well too. We might have to. All right. Yeah. But the point is, we're reading the scripture saying the Lord said, "Except those days should be shortened," and that's what's happening. All right. It actually happened in 2020 and a few years after. Yeah. So these days are shortened, man. Yeah. And it says, "Should no flesh be saved?" Right. There's a reason why the Lord is speeding up the days. It's going to explain it.
Yeah. God. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Yahweh Shai, or there believe it not.
But go back.
Go back. Oh, yeah. You want it again. Yeah. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22 again. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Yeah, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. The only reason these days are speeding up into the coming of the day of the Lord is for what? The elect's sake. because salvation at the end entirely just means it's all about the elect. The Lord's coming back to save the elect. The elect means the chosen people of the nation, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. All right. And another thing, it's not a color thing. The truth of the matter is, the Most High, all right, well, Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Heavenly Father, right, would be considered the so-called black man today. But and not any so-called black man, like a Hamite or any other void nation of the spirit. It would be specifically the so-called blacks or American Negro today. It would be the West Indians in Jamaica and the West Indian islands of the Caribbean islands. Those people. There'll be also the Haitians, right? Chaba Levi, right? This is called the House of Judah. And then you have what? Or should I say the Southern Kingdom. Then you have the Northern Kingdom. The Northern Kingdom are all the Latino tribes. All right, which really, there's no saying it's Latino tribes. All the other tribes are all indigenous people, right, of this land, because they were here first. The Taino and Iraq Indians, they're really tribes of Ephraim and Simeon, right? But if you go into history, they will be labeled as Native Americans in your books, right? You got the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben, right? You have Manasseh, Asher. Manasseh is the Cubans, today's Cubans. Asher, people in Brazil, so forth, so on and so forth. Naphtali, Issachar, today's Mexicans, right? Zebulon. Okay, well, actually, we got the sign right here, you know? So the point is that remember also that the Lord has scattered his people all over the world. All right, the Lord has scattered people all over the world, okay, and we're mixed into the other nations. All right, so what determines if you're an Israelite or not? Well, your faith in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, your lineage, right? Because you are what your father is, like the scriptures clearly say, right? You are the seed of your father. So the point is that the Lord's going to come back to save the elect, and he's speeding these days up, right, to save the elect out of the nation of Israel, which are scattered about all over the world, right? And they're going to look like, of course, so-called black. They're going to look like the Latino tribes. They're going to look like Native Americans, but they're also going to look like the other nations. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing it.
This is Jeremiah 12:9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour.
That's right. So I'll read that again. Now that's also talking about philosophy and false religions, but that also can be double-fold for the nation of Israel. Okay? Read that again.
Jeremiah 12:9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
My heritage is unto me like a speckled bird.
The birds round about are against her.
The other nations.
Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour.
Yeah, so talk about other nations trying to devour the nation of Israel, but our heritage is on like the speckled bird. All right, what's a speckled bird? Having many different colors. All right, so the nation of Israel has many different looking kind of people. You know, if you go to Brazil, really, Brazil, right? You could go to Brazil and they look like everybody around the world.
Yeah, dog.
And but they're Brazilian.
Yeah.
You know, light skin, dark skin.
Dark skin, yeah.
Even you from Barbados, right?
No, Jamaica, man. Jamaica.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Jamaica, yeah.
I almost got
Yeah, man.
Nah, we're no tribalism here. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jamaica, right? You got Trinidad. They're really they could look like they look at many different kind of variations of brown. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Thomas, St. Lucia, right? So that's the point, that the Lord's come back to save the elect.
And you're not black to it, you're dark skin.
There you go.
You're not black to, man. That's the old people. No, the hot topic in social media and all over black.
That's
no,
right.
You're not black. Your shades are dark and you are the chosen people of the Heavenly Father and Him only begotten Son, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's right, huh? That's right. I'm glad you said that. There's no such thing as a black, all right?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a white. That's what we say. That's what we say. If you listen closely, so-called white or so-called black. All right? That was all made up, again, people like to use that word, a social construct, right? But the ultimate social construct was the black and white, right? The black and white narrative, man, or the black and white identity. That's not your identity. We're so-called in Black History Month. Well, good, be black, because black really means right, void of light. That's the definition of black, right? And we know that names have vibrations.
Yeah.
Right? Going back to Genesis. Why do you think Adam named certain things he did? Right? I mean, people had names to identify things. I don't want to go into that. But once Adam hit the scene and got the breath of life, which represents the truth that we have now, through the name of Yahweh Shemai Shai, he was able to describe, he was able to name animals, and the things he named animals actually described their function, their potential. Right? So, names have vibrations, okay? Like, you know, and ba, right? You have pop, like you have characters that looks like a hand. Yeah. I believe in Hebrew it's pa, in the Lashon Kodesh. You know, we can double check that too. You know, but anyway, names have vibrations, okay? So the vibration of having saying you're black is you're saying you're void of light, you're void of knowledge. Okay? And the truth of our Lord is He is the light. Right? So you can't believe in the Lord in the name, believe in the Lord and call yourself black. You put that vibration. And the thing is, the people who push that is the case. You know, you have no light, which represents knowledge, or overall for you to see. Okay? Hey, matter of fact, I got a quick scripture before you read on. Right, this is Proverbs. Oh, that was it? Okay. You can find that one.
I think it was
okay, I know it's a cup. My cup's like fire. You feel me? Something like that. Let me read this real quick. Proverbs 4:19, it says, the way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not of what they stumble. Okay? And good. Be black and stumble on that, man. Because all it is, you're proving the prophecies of the Lord Yahweh Shemai Shai, right? That this truth and this knowledge is a mystery, right? And His secret is only revealed to His servants, the prophets. When you go to the word servant, in the Hebrew it means a worshiper, right? So the true worshipers of the Most High, who you ignorantly call God and Christ, which is really Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai, Yahweh by Shemai Shai. Only the elect can see that. Only the elect have that light to see. And that's the vibration we have. That's the vibration the elect have. Right? Didn't the Lord say, my sheep hear my voice? Right? And we have His name. Okay? So, yeah. Read it real quick. You can just read it. It's very good.
It says,
what have you got? Just read it.
2 Ezra 14:39. Then opened I my mouth, and behold, He reached me a full cup, which was full as it were with water, but the color of it was like fire.
That's it. Yep. What verse is that?
2 Ezra 14:39.
Go up a little bit, see what it's talking about. Because I know it talks about the Lord filling up as with the Spirit. You have people right under Him, right to write out the prophecies of the Lord. That goes into basically this word is not for any private interpretation, right? This is, you know, my opinion is, or no. It's all the true prophets. They didn't have their own opinion. Okay, if they were inspired and given direct the understanding by Yahweh by Shemai Shai. Okay,
and they were dark-skinned men, man. The different shades of dark brown. You know, the prophets wasn't Indian white. No, they were Israelite. They were Israelite from all the 12 tribes, man. Yeah.
I started 35. Second Ezra 14 to 35. It says, for after death shall the judgment come, and we shall live again.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Read that again. That's fine.
Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come.
After death shall the judgment come. Yeah, because what do we always bring out here? Sin is the wages of death, right? The very fact that you die, even if you live to 120, 130, right, is because of sin. When Adam received that knowledge, which is interpreted as the apple, but really that the philosophy, the false philosophy of knowledge through Eve, what happened? They accumulated sin unto them. They became naked, meaning not literally naked. They became naked, meaning spiritually that they knew about other philosophies that they weren't really deemed to know about yet, and they knew which brought sin onto them. Okay, because of the knowledge that the Lord gave them, they were only supposed to eat of that fruit. Know the knowledge, know the fruit. All right, which is basically going to the zodiacs. Not saying it was false, but it wasn't what the Most High commanded. It wasn't the wisdom, you know. And which anyway, at the end of the day, brought sin onto them, right? Which is also philosophies of the other nations. You know, they got an inkling of truth, but they don't got the whole truth. Okay, so that made them naked, which shortened their lifespan. When you go into the scriptures, there are men living in the beginning to 900 years old. Then the Lord brought down the timetable of man's life, expectancy. I can't say it right. To 500. Right. Then after that, it went down to what? 125. And after 125, it went down to 75.
75, yeah.
Right. So you know, 3 score in 10 years, something to that effect. Yeah, 75, 80. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Our stature will grow weaker with age.
Strength.
That's right, strength. Right. So not only have we, you know, because look, if you go back in the real ancient relics, which is really hard to find, but you'll stumble across men that were, you know, 8 feet tall. You know, men that were 15 feet tall. You know, tall people back then. Well, the earth was bigger. There's big trees that are big as 3 blocks. They cut off the trunk. Oh, there's certain mountains in certain parts of Africa, in other parts of Europe, or even in South Africa, that they believe are trees. But but you wouldn't know they look like huge mountains. All right, there's few mountains that were formerly trees. All you gotta do is Google the images. They're out there, man.
It's like, brother. You know, the Amazon, man.
Oh yeah.
There's some rare tree, because me and them think the rare thing.
Yeah.
Why you think them going to the Amazon for them top root, the elites them, and the rich?
Yeah, but they can't even get too far in, man.
Yeah. That's the next thing too, because the Amazon, it's codes and levels, man. In them caves.
It's undiscovered.
Undiscovered. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 90%. It's like 90% undiscovered. That's crazy. They say outer space is more discovered than I believe the Amazon rainforest or something like that, or the oceans or the sea. And that's barely discovered, you know. So the point is that read it again, sir.
God, it says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
Yeah, so after death the judgment shall come, when we shall live again. So basically, I was just saying that that basically the point that you live and you die, the very fact that you die proves that you sin. Okay, sin is the wages of death, and that's the judgment. That's the judgment of the Heavenly Father. All right, upon His people and upon all men on earth. All right, because sin is what is an error. It's not. It's something that's defective. that it goes against nature. All right? The Lord, the Most High, didn't create man to die, which really the true man is only the nation of Israel, his people. You are the nations, you're a natural man. That's what the Lord calls you, the sons of men. And you got the sons of the wicked, and then you got the sons of God. All right? The sons of God, they weren't meant to live and die. They were made to live forever, and we're coming to that time now. That's what we're reading right now. So read that again as well.
2 Ezra 14 and 35. For after death shall the judgment come.
Yeah, because that's what happens. Once you die, you go up into the spiritual realm, and you go before the throne of Yahweh Shai, right, and receive your judgment. All right? You receive, you go back to spiritual and you receive the judgment.
It says, when we shall live again.
When we shall live again. I'm sorry, really, when you come on earth, that's your judgment. All right? When you go back up, you're back in the spiritual realm. But before you go back down, the Lord tells you your judgment. Okay, this is what you're going to have to do when you go back to your life, go back in the flesh. All right, such and such and such is going to happen to you. All right? Your judgment may be to live a long life or a short life, but you're still going to, die because you're living in sin. All right, because overall, the overall sinful way is your flesh, is your body. Your body is a sinful vessel. All right, by default. So there's not one man righteous on earth. All right, only the elect who can achieve that perfection, and by faith.
By faith. So look at it, brother. You see, your body is a sinful vessel, and we have a man with a whip over our head. We are amplified as sin there. Corner whip on all angles. Who is that boogeyman? Who is that? Esau, man. You know what I mean? Corner women, pork in everything, fluoride in the water. You know what I mean? Everywhere you go, you know what I mean? Woman Nick. Hey, you could name it, man.
Well, yeah. He assists in death. Assist
in death, a sin, man.
Because the Most High describes Esau as his whipping stick. All right? He uses, look, it wouldn't be the last days without Esau in power. Okay? And all he pushes out in society is death. All right? Which is really through the mind, because before, not only your vessel is a sinful vessel, but but there's other things that you do that could assist your life to die quicker. And that comes through the mind. That comes through what you choose to eat, right? What you choose to do with your neighbor, right? If you're gonna sleep with another man's wife, right? Commit adultery, right? These are all judgments of death, according to the laws of the scriptures. If you have that same sex, you about to say something?
I was about to say, even certain idolatry too.
That's right. Yep. Why?
Of course, you get destroyed too.
Well, exactly. Just like we started the show, we're going into Adam and Eve, right? Adam listened on to Eve, but what happened? They took on other nations' philosophy, right? They took on another philosophy, which brought more death, accumulated more death onto them through the mind. Okay. And the mind, we can get that. Well, let's get that real quick. Revelation 11 and 8 and all of that.
11 and 8.
Yeah. Right? That's how the scriptures describe people who don't have this truth in the last days. Okay? What does the Most High say about the people in the last days who don't have this truth? And the place where they dwell in. What is that city? How they're going to be? How they're going to act? How's their mind going to be?
Yes, God. 11, 8. Revelation chapter 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the gate of the great city, which spiritual is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Stay with it, man. Stay with it, bro. And there, Revelation, I'm start over. Revelation chapter 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, with spiritual is called Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah, the
We're-
dead body shall lie in the... Read that again for us.
Yeah, can. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street, in the great, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritual is called Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah, see Sodom and Egypt. So why would it, you have to ask yourself, why is it saying dead bodies and coupling it with Sodom and Egypt? Right? Because, well, that would have to represent some kind of mind state. Because Sodom, right, Sodom and Gomorrah, we know that goes back to, well, Sodom, word Sodom goes back to what? Sodom. Sodomy goes back to what? Same sex, right? Or sexual perversions, or same sex, like homosexuals, say it that way. Okay? So for you to be a homosexual, I always bring out in the 60s, they already proved that being a homosexual was a mental condition. It was a bad mental condition. You're mental. Okay, and they were doing the studies on it, just like they so-called do studies on cancer. And every year, through the years, they found new agents in healing, holistic stuff to heal certain things, and things are continued to be studied. Well, they had a study for homosexuality. If they didn't basically they cut the funding for it. But it was already proven through studies, and they didn't call it, the word gay or homosexuality. They called it, well, they did call it homosexuality, but they called it first determinationism. They called it determinationism or characterizationism, meaning that you change your character to be something else that you're not. Yeah, hold on, brother.
Yeah, still up here.
And also you determinationism, meaning like just like how you determined to do something, people were determined in the mind to think, oh, you know what, I can be with a man, or I'm a woman, I can be with another woman. So even the first names of what it was called, references, it goes back to the mind. When someone's determined, right, what does that mean? They're determined to get this job. So they're in their mind, they're gonna do all they can, to make steps to achieve it. Right? If you look at actors, what do? They play different characters. Meaning, obviously that involves the mind, playing out different characters. Accents, moods, or whatever. Right? So again, they did the study on homosexuality in the 60s. It was already proven that to have same-sex affections was you willed yourself to do that. You chose that. Okay? Which means they were mentally impaired. Okay?
Now, when do? Again, before up the one more saying, man, this man, when do, it make woman turn in a man, and man turn in a woman. And like me here, brother, so we not even know how I look, man. You know what I mean? Because man having breasts changing in a woman. That's basically
like sex changes.
That's
totally
off, man.
That's totally wicked, man. Taking hormone pills and messing up the biology of your body. But basically this is all allowed here in America, man, which is total confusion. Again, you have in society, you got people with so-called elective degrees and PhDs, and they're telling you that there's no such thing as that a man can get pregnant, right? There's no such thing as a woman. But this proves that this is Babylon, like we're reading. All right?
No, just man, we gotta get out of here. Yeah, so you started off with Matthew 24, 22.
That's right.
That's right. These days are speeding up because, man, we getting ready to be living up out of here. All right? All this madness that's going on, the how about that was going to put an end to it once and for all.
That's right. And again, that's all the attributes of the devil. All right, if you were to really meditate on that, not meditate, but just understand what the devil is. He's all about confusion, right? He's all about dividing. Okay?
All about destruction.
All about destruction, man. And being homosexual is destructive. I'll say this, that if you're that, you know, guess who's very happy? The medical industry. Because they're known for having a lot of STDs and diseases. Okay? You know, they get a lot of STDs, or they have to take prescriptions for that. Or if not that, if they want to have sex changes, they get operations for that, right? Hormones, puberty blockers they call them, whatever have you. All right, so again, this here is pushed. This idea, all right, is pushed out throughout this country and throughout the world. But America is the main catapult of that. Okay. So we read back to Revelation chapter
8. Revelation chapter 11 verse 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Verse 9.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
So basically, yeah, proving that. Look, and if you're thinking in that way, all right, then guess what? Well, not guess what? You're dead. All right, you're dead in the mind, which means references you don't know anything. All right. So knowledge, according to the Most High, knowledge is really life and death. Not you breathing air and pumping blood throughout your body. It's really in the mind. Another good example of that, I always just like to use the analogy of Alzheimer's disease. Okay, when you have Alzheimer's disease, which is probably one of the top 3 worst diseases you could ever have, because you lose your mind, or you lose the knowledge in your mind. Meaning the things that you thought, the things that you knew your whole life, you don't know anymore. So, you know, when you saw your first baby born, you know, or when you first got married, or when you and your father went on one of the best trips and you changed your life by one speech, you get to a certain age, you don't remember your father's name no more, or you don't remember your children. So what does that mean? You have lost. You're not even living anymore. You're in a dead state. Hey, really? I'm sorry. What? At the last stages of Alzheimer's, you're in a comatose state. But you're just a vessel, breathing air and breathing air. That's it. And blood pumping through your body. Now, technically, you're alive. Right? They have that in hospitals, right? Hospitals, or not hospitals, but some parts of hospitals they have where, or like an incubator, not incubator. They have certain devices where they can make somebody continue to live if they're in a coma. And the decision for them to live is according to the family. The respirator, breathing machine. You know? But are they really alive? No, they're just dead. They have no memory of anything. So that's one of my examples I like to use, that really life is what you know. You know, knowledge. And the ultimate knowledge is given unto the nation of Israel, but really starting with the elect. All right? And these times, Isaiah 33 verse 6 proves that, what we just said. Right? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. We were just talking earlier, before the camp started, to say that without this truth, right? Like, we're not like these people in the world right now, being played like a ping pong ball, or with this news, with mainstream news. What's that other machine? The ping pong machine? That's what's happening to your mind when you look at the news, and you're all confused out there. Now you thought you were in a world that when you voted, you actually were elected somebody to represent you. But now you're finding out you're in a world that the people you vote for are a bunch of pedophiles, man, and blood-sucking demons, Satan worshippers. Right? You're coming to the knowledge of this world, right? You don't know what to believe. Then you look at the news. This person's dead. That person's getting shot. But then you go to Twitter, and it tells you it was a setup. It was a false flag. Messiah. Right? So you may be getting inklings of truth, but at the end of the day, you don't know anything. Right now, like you said, you were going into, people are making a lot of videos of going into real quick.
No, yeah, a lot of people just making videos of not knowing what to do. They basically losing their damn mind. Yeah. And the only way they can vent, you know what I'm saying, is that they turn on the camera and, you know, speak to the people that follow them and things like that, so they can get some type of comfort, you know. But hey, like you said earlier, man, these people are spiritually dead, all right, because they're totally black, all right, they're totally void of light, man. They don't have the Yahweh through His Son Yahweh Shah, all right, especially our people, man. All right, the 2/3 of you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Americans that the Lord blinded, okay. This is all set up from the Lord at the end of the day, man. This is only given to the remnant of Israel, man.
Elect.
Yeah, the elect. All right, so all of that, you know, all of this knowledge that y'all people are intaking is just showing you that you are totally gone. All right, and without this truth, like the elders we were talking about earlier, man, we'll be just like you people.
Yeah.
But he said what? We're in a different realm of mind, man. You know what I'm saying? We're in a different spirit than y'all.
That's right.
All right, because we have hope. All right, we have the light, man, which is Yahweh Shah himself. Yahweh do send Yahweh Shah, man. All right?
That's right, man. Like the spirit we were just talking about that earlier, man. And so what's the difference? We got the name of Yahweh Shema Shah.
Yeah.
Right?
Just like you said earlier.
That's right, man.
Got something?
Well, hold on.
Hold on.
Were you done? You were done.
Yeah, done. Yeah, we're done with that. Yeah.
Go back to this.
Yeah, go back to this.
Yeah. This is back in 2nd Ezra 14:35. For after death shall the judgment come, and we shall live again.
Yeah, so after we just went to the death part, right? We just went through all little segments of what death really is. To the Most High, as far as what happened with Adam, what your body is, what sin is, right? And ultimately, sin is basically living in like something that's wrong, right? You got something that's wrong or right? You follow the laws of the Lord. Well, I'm skipping ahead. Let's let the scriptures.
And then it says, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest.
Back up.
It says, for after death shall the judgment come, and we shall live again.
Yeah, when we shall live again. Okay? After death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And we're coming into that right now. Because after this time, the good news is that all Israel, we're not going to go through this no more. We're not going to go through no more slavery no more. Right? We're not going to be even born back into regular bodies. All Israel now. Because now the elect, we're going to be beamed up, right? The government body of the nation of Israel, the ones who believe in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. But the 2/3, the bad news is, yeah, you will die, but you're going to be reborn in the kingdom. And we're all going to be together again. The nation of Israel. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So what does that mean? Again, read that again.
For after death shall the judgment come.
So does not the scriptures call this the second death? Because the first death was with Noah, when the Most High flooded the world with water. The second death is the nuclear fire, which we're at the brink of right now. World War III. Right? World War III is prophesied in the scriptures, and it's going to be done by fire. Now, the Most High is going to do that by fire, not water. It's going to be done by ICBM missiles. Right? Did not the Lord say, matter of fact, get that real quick. In Peter's, what do you say?
Second, see
you got
result,
it.
yeah.
Let's see, that's good.
And you can't forget about the chariots too.
Go ahead.
That's how I wanted to add too. The Lord said, for by fire and the sword will he plead with all flesh.
There you go.
You know?
And pleased means to be satisfied, by the way. Those are going to be very satisfied shooting his fire down on earth, man. Which is not for no fun and games. This is judgment. Because we were talking about it earlier. What part of judgment is what? Death. Or after death is a judgment. Or how did it say it again? It say judgment is.
It says, for after death shall the judgment come.
Yeah, after death shall the judgment come. So one of the ways that judgments of a witch, right, were what you would have to burn them by fire.
Yeah. Or a prostitute.
Prostitute.
Say if it's your daughter, she basically put dirt on your name. What you do to her? You burn her.
Burn her.
That's the same place it's going to happen. That's the same place it's going to happen to America.
And that's the fashion of the world. I mean, you may be shocked. Yeah, it is shocking. You know, we won't have the really the guts to do that now,
Right.
unless the spirit, you know, Lord put that spirit on us. But that's the fashion of the world back then. Now we can't obviously carry out these laws now in Babylon the Great. You know, we'll be under the jet, man. You know, hold on. You know, so but the point is that's judgment, right? That's part of the laws of the commandments, right? Because it's extremely wicked, right, to go against the truth of the Lord, man. All right, when you go to your job and you got certain stuff to do in your job, right? You got certain rules, and you go totally off what your job tells you to do. What do you think is gonna happen? Well, pun intended, you're gonna get fired. All right?
You may get a warning.
And depending on what you did, right? Depending on the gravity of the things that you did at the job, determines your penalty at the job. Like you said, you may get a written warning, or you may get suspended, or you may get fired. So the laws work the same way. You may have to go on the fast, but you may have to sacrifice a turtle dove. Oh, wait a minute, this sin is a little weightier. So you may have to sacrifice a cow or a cattle. Wait a minute, this sin is a little weightier. Well, you might have to get stoned. Wait a minute, this sin is even bigger. Well, you got to be burned on fire for that one. All right, so
In front of the congregation.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, in front of the congregation, so all would know not to break certain laws, man. That keeps you in order. Fear keeps you in order. All right, because you don't want to go through that, man. That's why the Lord created pain for a reason. That's why the Lord created nerves for you to receive pain, so you won't do that. When you're a baby or a young child and you touch a hot stove, boom, you already know I'm not going to do that no more. That's why pain was created for. That's what death is created for as well, for correction. All right, so the fact that the Most High is going to burn America by Babylon the Great, America by fire, right? The way it's going to go out by nuclear detonation proves this place is massively wicked beyond your imagination. But the world is finding out, man, through the Epstein files and what your politicians are into. You know, let alone your politicians. Look at the people and the citizens, man. Look at your life. You know, so and look at the beginning of America, how it started. You were hanging the Most High's people on trees, man. You were using the Most High's people as gator bait, so-called blacks, and the Native Americans. You wiped away the Native Americans. So this is karma coming back on this people, man. On the masters of this society, right?
It says.
Let's bring that up.
We're gonna bring this on?
Yeah. After, yeah.
It says, for after death shall the judgment come, and we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Beautiful. So read that again a little slower.
God. For after death, 2 Ezra 14 and 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
When we shall live again. When we shall live again. And we're coming to that time now, you know? When we're going to live again in them chariots. The Lord's bringing life. Now, we already got it now. The elect already got the life now through the name of the Heavenly Father and the Lord. But what's going to make us ultimately live? Shedding these bodies. Getting new bodies. Sinless bodies. The new covenant. Yep, that's right. The promises. The heart of flesh. Meaning that, see, going back to the mind. It's all about the mind, man. It's all about the mind of the Lord. You people don't got the mind of the Lord, man. The mentality of the Lord. Right? You people believe in America, you know, that you're black, or any other stupid understanding besides the truth of Yahweh Shemashai, which is really a mystery. It's not really your fault. You're just not chosen.
That's literally what I just said when you stepped on.
Oh, word?
That's a spirit. Yeah,
That's
basically it. Yeah.
So we're coming into life. So from the life part,
It says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
we should live again.
And then shall the names of the righteous
The names of the righteous, the elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the 1/3, right?
be manifest.
Be manifest. That's right. And we're going to be manifest. Who's going to do that? All praise be to Yahweh and His Son Yahushai. Right? When He come back and give them His bodies, and it's going to manifest. Well, the manifestation says, when I saw, a matter of fact, we can get it. Revelation 21. Is it Revelation 21 and 1? I saw heaven come down. Right? And when you read it, take your time and read it slow.
Slow, yeah.
Right?
No, you can read it. It says, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
That's right. The works of the ungodly shall be declared. All right? D means very intensely clear. It's going to be intensely clear that the ungodly were a bunch of liars, man. Excuse me, a bunch of, same thing, devils. A bunch of devils. Right? That hold up, man. We were lied to thinking America was the shit. I'm supposed to believe in myself. The sky's are the limit. Whatever other standing, I'm getting excited. Excuse me. Whatever any see, I talk fast too, brother.
Yeah,
so
that's right. Yeah.
So it's just me too.
Spirit, bro. You know what I mean?
You know? Yeah, I got to catch yourself. You know? Any understanding, I'll say, besides the understanding, which is the Holy Spirit of the Most High and the Lord Yahushai, what's it say? I'm sorry.
It says,
Go back and look at 2 lines up.
it says, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest.
Yeah, the water, meaning that, go ahead.
It says, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Yeah, and that the works of the ungodly shall be declared. So any other understanding besides the truth of Yahweh Shemashai is going to be declared as being false, a lie. All right, and the catapult of that is going to be the nation of Edom. They're the ones that manifested lies. Yeah. All right, they're the ones behind the biggest lies in human history, man. Okay. Saying that saying that the Most High and the Lord have blue eyes and dog stringy hair, leprosy, telling the whole world and pushing the whole world hard as hell that the name of the Lord is Jesus Christ, and that He loves everybody. Well, you're gonna see when the Lord comes back, He don't love everybody, man. You're gonna see the destruction that the Most High got for this world, man. The Lord's not showing no love right now, only to the elect. We're in the time of judgment. And it's for you to come into the graces of the Lord by getting this knowledge and listen to the true prophets, right? Bringing out the truth. Not in a church somewhere doing the moonwalk, all right? And bringing out no edification. Especially behind the name, not the name Jesus. That's not His name. There was no letter J back when the Lord was here. His name was Yahushai. All right? So the truth shall be declared, man. Okay. Oh, you have that. Hold on.
Revelation.
Okay, yeah. Read that.
You didn't want 2 Peter. You don't want bring
when
it
you
up?
see the commas, stop at the commas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cut. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem. Call it. Oh, Revelation. Yeah. Revelation chapter 21, verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city.
Who's the holy city?
The holy city, the elect, us, you see. Lord willing, the nation of Israel, but starting with the elect, the new bodies, not this body.
Well, hold on. Oh, who's the holy city?
Jerusalem.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, which spiritual Jerusalem is us still. That's coming down, not in these bodies, but new bodies.
That's right.
Yeah. So
because why? Jerusalem means what? The people of the city, the people of peace. Or
yeah,
the
city
city of peace.
Yeah.
Right. Jerusalem.
Yeah.
So that holy city is Jerusalem.
Yeah, Jerusalem.
The nation of Israel.
A people before a place.
Yeah. But keep going.
Coming down from Yahweh and out of heaven.
That's right. Now going back to your point, is the elect.
The elect, yeah.
Right? It's the elect out of the heads of the nation of Israel. Right? That holy city. Right? It said what? Coming down? Go back.
And it also shows you that it's not a land coming down.
Like the comic books that the Jehovah's Witnesses have. They used to pass that comic book around. You see a big mountain land, coming down. What the hell? Nah, yeah, it's talking about the elect men, or really the 1/3, really, because the government body and the 1/3, which is the elect. Listen, I don't want to get confusion out there. The 144,000 is a part of the 1/3, right? But the 144,000 are the 12,000 men out of each tribe that are your governors of the new world. All right, like your mayors and your senators and your governors. Okay, basically they're all levels of kings. A king is a governor, right? A mayor is a king. A mayor is a governor, right? Governing, controlling, ruling the minds of the people. There you go. There you go. Yep. So, but then you got the friends. We'll say the friends and the families of the elect. But you also have, who are the 1/3, the children. Remember, there are going to be a lot of children saved on the last days. All right, because we know what this world does to children. All right, but the Most High, right? Hey, he's all about the children, man. What do you think we are? That's why he calls children. That's right, the children of Israel. We're not grown up yet, but we're about to go into, how should I say, just like how you have the year of accountability, as when a man turns 12, we're coming into our spiritual year of accountability by being beamed up by Yahweh Shai. Adulthood, we're coming into adulthood. So the kingdom is adulthood. Yahweh Shai is making us spiritual adults. No more kids no more. Rock to and fro, right? We're coming into being adults. And now the children of nation of Israel, they're going to be saved. You're going to have a lot of women saved too, right? Who are with the elect. Basically, going to have a lot of people of the nation of Israel, the spirits of the nation of Israel, who are going to be healed, who are born to be healed. You have Israelites there who are blind. They're going to be healed. You have Israelites there who can't walk. They're going to be healed. You have Israelites there who got certain diseases, Huntington's disease, Parkinson's disease. Guess what? The miracles are coming back. They're going to be healed. They're going to be in these chariots, man. We got people born here today of the nation of Israel who are born to prove the Lord's power. Okay? You got it?
Yeah, cut. No, more. Prepared as a bride, adorned for her husband.
That's right. And the nation of Israel is described as a woman, but also as a bride. Meaning that when we come down, we're going to be just like our bride, how beautiful she looks when she's about to get married to her husband, all in white, looking all beautiful, pure, beautiful, man. That's how we're going to be, man. The Lord's going to beautify us, man. We're going to come down from these ships. And what's going to be the most beautiful thing about us? That we are not sinful. We're in them pure bodies. That we have the mind of the Lord, the flesh, right? With his name, Yahweh Shemai Shai. Okay?
Yeah, Silaki. That was it. When we say, so before that, man, destruction, like them say, you see the guy with the melted gold, man, him say, when destruction come with creation. But that's how we is to the Lord, man. We're not gonna die physically, but this whole, the flesh, everything of a destroy first, then the new Jerusalem come. Which that is what's the new Jerusalem? The kingdom of heaven on earth. Not up in sky with some white little babies, naked babies, or a big garden where we live forever, eating, not sinning. We're not gonna be sinning, but we're gonna live on earth, have sex, do everything we are doing now, but in righteousness.
Yeah, we're gonna be righteous.
Yeah.
And not even about sex and all that. We're just gonna be righteous.
Yeah.
And that sex is just, well, we're not gonna get into that, but it's what the Lord created, and He did. I mean, it is a good thing, but it's all a part of this truth. It's all about what? Replenishing, right? Making the earth fruitful. Right. Just like the Lord wants the bunch of the trees, they don't come forth by one way, by seed. Just like the Lord does not, he compares to trees. If you look at the organisms of trees and how they work, we're basically the same. There's a lot of studies out there, well, there is. Trees are alive and they communicate.
Communicate.
Okay? Okay? Breathe and all that, that's right. We work in tandem. And it's beautiful. There's so many beautiful things, analogies, but even the branches, right? It replicates our lungs inside. Like how it looks, like the fractals and the nerves and all that. You know, but anyway, I won't go into that. But all right, so that was it for that, right?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
All right. Get back to that.
And then 2 Ezra 14.
So we just proved to you about the life coming, the life. That we got life part again, I'm sorry.
Back in 2 Ezra 14 and 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
So we just went through that, right? After death shall the judgment come, we shall live again. So we just went through that, right? We just explained that. You got it.
It says, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
And the name of the righteous be manifest, meaning that what? Those men being right, those. Read it.
It says, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest.
Hey, stammering lips, man. You see, that's what it means to mean. That's a misconception too. Hebrews 11 and 6, right? Though I be rude in speech, but not in knowledge. It doesn't really mean about you dropping F-bombs every 5 seconds. If you look at the word, though I be rude in speech, that's not what that says. It's Romans 11 and 6.
Oh, Romans.
Yeah. Rude, if you look it up, means what? Speaking. It means unlearned. And if you look up, though I be rude in speech, speech represents a speaking style, right? Or style of speaking. So it really references in the latter days, you're going to have prophets who may sound unlearned, and their style of speaking may sound unlearned. See, we're not as fluid as, what's that, like that,
no, you took about Candace.
Yeah, there you go. Candace Owens. She's a certified, graduate, PhD, and all that. Speaks very well, very fluent, right? She could be wrong and twist you up and make you think she's right. That's what that's what this world gets, kind of enchanted by. Is how people speak, but it doesn't mean anything. You're enchanted by how people speak, how the style of speaking, but it's really the words behind it. So you may stutter, you may make your comments out there and laugh, do whatever you have to do, but what we're saying is truth of the Yahweh Shema Shah. And we're out here, if we're stuttering or we don't sound as educated, or eloquent, yeah, that's a better word, eloquent, then that's for your downfall. This word is only eloquent to the elect.
To the elect, yeah.
To the men of the Lord. We stutter, yeah, so what? This ain't no language any goddamn way, right? But what we're bringing out the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's eloquent enough, man.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate vocabulary. Though I be this, like Paul said, this is not the wisdom. How do you say wisdom? No. It's the power of speaking, not the. I'm gonna have to get it, but I'm setting myself up because I just want to go through the scripture, but we got to prove it, man. We out here trying to prove things. So let me get real quick. It's Corinthians, I believe. Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, 2nd chapter. It's around the first verse or something. There you go. 2 Corinthians 2 and 1. And I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of the Most High, for I determined not to know anything among you, save Yahweh by Shema Shai and Him crucified. So, again, we're not out here excellent orators or excellent speakers. All right, we're not saying we're a scientist of plasma transfer and blood DNA. All I don't know what we're going to, but all these ologies. But we're masters of this truth. We're masters of the testimony and the prophecies of Yahweh Shema Shai, bringing His word, man, to the nation of Israel. And that's the top knowledge in the world, man. Right? So
You have brothers that have different offices
yeah,
and stuff like that can explain certain things, but that's the overall matter.
yeah.
It's to break down the
yeah.
word of the Lord.
You see, your brother said it so eloquent. Better than me.
Oh, you know, hey, I'll be stuttering. We all do. You cold, you know, but sometimes you get hyped up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then I gotta catch myself. Because you get excited, man. Because that's the time we're living in, man. It's a rejoiceful time because we get ready to be delivered, man.
It's like the brother here, him say he studied. So last week me watched the apostle them. So you know, the apostle Tahar, Gabar was speaking. So Gabar said the apostle Gabar said Yahweh Bashem. It's like it, brother. Yeah, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But him said it in a way where it broken. So the apostle Tahar said, yo, it's broken and we need new bodies, man. Because and they must say, yeah. And so when the brother here, that's the apostle them. So the whole nation need this and it go back to the English language.
That's right.
The pronunciation
right.
is a slave language, man.
That's right.
You know, so and some brother talk fast,
Yeah.
some talk broken. So
Yeah.
we don't watch that as long as the truth out and you know the nation get edified, the kingdom to come. We gonna be good, man.
That's right, brother.
Yeah, we gonna be good, yeah.
That's right. That's right, man. Bringing out we're out here doing the work, man. Be up at Shemai Shai, man. You know? You got it?
Yep. It says, back in 2nd Ezra 14 and now I'm at 36. It says, let no man therefore come unto me now, nor seek after me these 40 days. So I took the 5 men as he commanded me, and we went into the field and remained there. And the next day, behold, a voice called me, saying, Ezra, open thy mouth and drink that I give thee to drink. Then opened I my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full as it were with water, but the color of it was like fire. And I took it and drank. And when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast, for my spirit strengthened my memory. And my mouth was open and shut no more. That's heavy, man.
So that basically goes into we're in that spirit of Ezra through Yahweh Shemai Shai, right? The Lord has given us understanding. He gives us that breath, that knowledge, like you were going into. What it was, like we can't really, we have to sit there and really meditate and remember our minds before Yahweh Shemai Shai woke us up and quickened us through his son. You know? And to understand the mindset of when these people right now, and it's just gonna get worse. You know, like you said, people are losing their minds because they have nowhere to go. They don't have the answers. You have some, but how do you get out of this? There's no solution.
Right.
You see, we got the solution through the name of Yahweh Shemai Shai. But what we're reading here, Ezra was getting that solution, man. Which is what? The Spirit, the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Shemai Shai. Right? The ultimate knowledge, which is prophecy. Because all the prophecies, all the only knowledge, the true knowledge, is only about the nation of Israel and the Lord coming back to establish the Heavenly Father and take it and set up his son to take the throne, man.
That's right.
Nothing else matters, man. Okay? There's no other knowledge that's gonna surpass that. If knowledge doesn't talk about that there's gonna be a catastrophic event happening soon, or that there's going to be a change of power, or that the so-called the nation of Israel is going to come back into power, then it's not knowledge. You got people talking about 100 years from now, and we're going to do this, we're going to go to Mars. That's not knowledge.
1,000 years.
Huh?
1,000 years.
Yeah. Oh, please. Oh, man. Yeah, 1,000 years. That's not knowledge, man. What's the knowledge? This place is going to be destroyed, all right? If you closer to that mindset, you're closer. But you ain't near close if you don't got the name of Yahweh by Shemai Shai. All right?
And it shows you that the future of these people, it says the and windows shall be dark.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
These people don't know what to do. And we have the solution, but the solution is through the Spirit of the Lord is only given to the elect. We can't give it to everybody. Even though, yeah, you can hear us, we break it down, but it's not for you to receive it.
I can back you up. Apollos watered.
Yeah.
No, Apollos planted, I watered, Ira goes.
The Lord give the increase.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's up to the Lord at the end of the day. It's not us. We hope and pray that we make it. You know?
That's right.
This is serious. This is a serious ordeal.
Yeah, they find out how serious it is a little bit, but not serious enough.
Yeah.
We're right there, man. Things are changing, man. You see?
Every single
Around
day.
the world, man.
Every single day. We so real, man, that we be on our daily moves by ourselves. If we got a brother, and you be around these people, man. Look, I'm more and more like separate now. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be that way. 'Cause you don't know what the hell is going on with people. You know what I'm saying? What type of tip they on? Right? Because of all type of calamities are happening throughout the earth, man. And these people don't know what to do to stabilize their mind.
Yes, straight. Them no mental condition.
Yeah,
Next thing to men, these people when they look, man, you have some niggas when them see them and they're like them scared. Because
They don't know.
them don't know what to do, man. So and the displacement and again the Lord cut the time short. Yeah. Bring it up. Yeah.
This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Wisdom.
I'll read it again.
Yeah.
Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Yeah, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of their time. And that a draw 9-0, man. That a draw 9-0, we never out for like a month. I wanna know where this money I have in store. Because in the time of civil war, man, we not. Read it again, huh? Read it again.
It says, and when you said that, because we haven't been out for a month, basically the main camp because the weather conditions.
Yeah.
Like the elder said it earlier when we was across the street. He basically said this is a prelude to the famine.
Yeah, prelude, yeah.
Of hearing the words of the Lord. Man.
Lord, yeah, can.
All right. So
Yeah.
this is the time now to get this truth while it's hot. It's only for the elected.
Yeah.
All right. It says, "In wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times."
Yeah, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. What that wisdom is. In the time of civil war, in the time of a civil war, and we are come up now, man. In the time of a civil war and a race war and economic collapse, we're not gonna be out here, man. But even before that, and before that, the weather manipulation, what Esau have in store for us, persecution. So why it's a wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of their time. When all of that start, we gonna be stable. Our mind's gonna be stable and ease. When all hell broke loose, when food out and everything, we gonna be stable. And we're not gonna be out here. And if you don't have the wisdom and knowledge, faith, basically whole, don't melt away them time there. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it for you. No more breakdown, no more videos, no more YouTube. That's it. Go ahead.
It says, "In wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation." It says, "The fear of the Lord is his treasure."
Yeah.
That's what it said.
Yeah. What's the fear of the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? Doing this work, holding, researching, bringing out videos where we're edifying the whole elect, man. Edifying the elect. That's a fear, man. You know what I mean? And trying our best to keep this knowledge, trying our best to keep the law, statutes, and commandment in this wicked, flesh out him. You know? Because to keep us stable in the times when hell broke loose, man, and that come up now, man. Before camp, we talk about a prelude for the famine of the word. Next year, I tell the brothers, next year, July, make 20s, I think almost 25 years over there on YouTube. So the Lord give you extra 7 years. The Lord give you extra 7 years. Mean completion, forget right, forget this truth, man.
It's almost like 20.
2020, yeah. But social media was out before, like up. So, you know, and the talk show them, so basically an extra 7 years, man.
Okay, come.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, because they were pushing. Go ahead.
Right, because they were like, you know, the Israelite,
Talk shows, yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, back in the 80s.
Yeah, apostles, they had their own
TCTV.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. It has been broadcast, but then...
My bad, brother.
But the blow-up was 08. 07. The blow-up was when it was on YouTube. And it just, the spirit just had it flood the internet, man. And it flooded worldwide. That's when it really sprung out and spread real fast.
Get that.
Can you run on the material?
No. Well, yeah, you're right. You're in Durham, but I got it. This is Psalms 19. The elder just went into. All right. Yeah, so that was prophecy, okay? Psalms 19 and right 1, right? It says the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
Right, so it said the handiwork, right? The handiwork of the Most High is basically his creation.
Yep.
And the internet, despite, I don't know who, it's probably a Jake.
No.
Whoever, right? It's probably a Jake, right? But you know, Esau likes to take credit.
No, it was a book, man. It was a book. Yeah, it was a book. But maybe a Jake behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, regardless, it was the spirit of the Most High that did it, right? Just like, you know, the missiles, they were the Smiths, aka the Smiths, right? Those are the scientists that created the missile technology, MOT.
The wise men of team.
Right, the wise men of team.
They Germans.
They were the ones that created the technology of splitting the atom, like the whole nuclear fission, right? But that's the handiwork of the Most High, because that's the Most High put in the spirit to be able to create that and think that, right? The same thing goes for the internet.
That's right.
Right now, the internet primarily, when it first came out, it was for different uses. You would see cats flushing toilets on YouTube, little stupid, silly shit, and then information started to become more readily available because it was on the internet, and you could do it, and just don't go into it day nor night. You can, no matter what time it is, no matter what language it is, you can be able to get information. You know, no matter where you are.
And the thing is, once you put it on the internet, it was there period. You know, it's not like it get deleted. It was there for a little bit of time. It was there all forever.
Right. Yep.
Until let it successfully. It says, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge.
Right. Day unto day uttereth speech, night unto night uttereth knowledge. Meaning, you can, no matter where you are, right, on the earth, you can go on YouTube, you can go online and get information. But on anything, but the top information, the top knowledge, the top wisdom is the Holy Scriptures, right? It's prophecy. You see? Right? Go ahead.
It says, there is no speech, nor language, where their voice is not heard.
Now when you got AI now, which is I like to utilize AI to in a way where I can get more information quicker, right? So now AI has allowed any translate. You can put in any video and you can translate it in any language. Before it was still translated, but somebody would have to translate it like manually. Now you can just do that off the rip, right? Phones had a new iPhone update. You could do that. You could translate any language, man. You see? So now there's no excuse. There's no excuse. That's the most, and that's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He's making sure everybody gets that warning, man. Because there's going to be no excuse, whatever decision or route you take. You see? You can't say, "Oh, I ain't hear it." See, that's the ultimate judge, man. My TV, I turn the TV on, I leave it on, that channel might be on for a whole month, and then I might change it again. Right now, it's on Law and Order. Right? So now I'm just looking at all like the judgment and the repercussions.
You got the spiritual eye to kind of see how.
Yo, that's great. I've been watching that too.
Yeah,
that's the spirit. That's the spirit. I've been watching that too.
You can figure out in 10 seconds? But anyway.
That nigga did it.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
But even in sign language, I wanted to say that too. You got brothers.
ASL, right?
They I believe they speak. They speak in sign language.
Yeah.
Even with that,
you're right.
You got brothers that teach the word in sign language.
You got brothers here.
Like you said,
no excuse. So blind definitely can't be like, I ain't here. You know?
You saw the hand work.
Yeah.
You knew what that meant.
Hey, that's true though. I forgot about that. Day unto day utters speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Meaning, going back into what the brothers are saying, the priests are saying, is that this knowledge of the Lord on the internet, basically the internet, you can't shut it off. Right? There's a quote by a famous politician who said, the internet, was a mistake, so to speak. I don't.
It was to their demise. They never should have created the internet.
Something to that effect. You know? Why? Because the simple fact is there's too much truth countering the news, which is proven to be false information. And not until the internet, until the flood of internet information started flooding it on certain levels, that it started to outweigh news outlets. Before then, people relied on the news as a source of information, or the newspaper. Yeah, but now that's dead. Now they're trying to ban Twitter and all this other stuff where it's not as easy to control and censor. But anyway, the point is, like your brothers are saying, it's always readily available. It's right there. You can't delete it. Just like this video. But it says, there is no speech, no language where their works are not heard. Just like what the priests and elders were saying. Is that again, that you can translate in AI, right? It's super easy now. But even before then, you can still translate it. You would have to do it more manually. It says their line is going out through all the earth.
Yeah, their line has gone out throughout all the earth, right? That internet line or whatever you want to call it.
That's our first one.
Right?
America Online.
America Online. Like opening some portals. But it said, repeat that line part again.
It said, their line is gone out. Matter of fact, what line is it? I never did look at it. It's Psalm 19:4. It says, their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. 19:4.
Yeah,
So, like the elder was saying, again, their line has gone out to all the earth. And it's very simple. And a good example is, like you just said, America Online. When AOL first hit the internet, which was kind of the beginning stages of it really being mainstream and national, was AOL. All right, and it says it right in the name, online. Right, like you have a telephone line, right? Signals, radio waves sent throughout another part, that's through linear communication. Right? It says, and also which would include the satellites, right? Because for the internet to come into play, would have to have satellites to distribute the signals around the world. There you go. All right. So it says, to all the earth. It says, and their words to the end of the world, and them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. And the sun represents what? Growth, or nurture, a light, a sun ray beam. It represents light and growth, right? And ultimately, so in other words, in them that he set a tabernacle for the sun. So in other words, you know, the most high really, like the apostles always say, that the internet was created, and Apostle Paul always say it too, was created for the elect, right? And it was really created for the prophets to give out the word of the Lord, which is reference to like a sun, S-U-N, even our Lord Yahushua, to shed the light upon the nation of Israel and the elect, for them to get the truth and for them to see. There you go. Exactly. That's another beautiful point. How they're scattered going to be awake without the internet. Right? Like Apostle Paul always says, we can't take planes to the Philippines, into the depths of Africa and Australia somewhere, right? But what do they have there? Internet. There you go. Always said that. That's right. So it says, which is the tabernacle. It says he has set a tabernacle for the sun, right? Which represents the prophets bringing out the knowledge of the Yahweh Shemashah for the elect scattered all around the world, right? It says, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. He's going forth is from end of the heaven and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof.
Your scripture, you wanted your Psalms 19 and 4?
No, I just read it.
That's true. Yeah.
I got a all right. This is what's about okay. This is
oh good.
It says this is Romans chapter 10, verse 14. It says, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him in whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And that's through the apostles, elders, and those brothers, man. Here the reverend throughout the earth, preaching this word on the highways and byways, as well as using the internet. All right. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, all of us, all right, of the children of Israel heard this word, man. But it begins with our the main preachers, man. Elder Abba Bivens on down. You know? It says, this is how you believe in Yahweh Shah by hearing the words of the Lord. All right? And it's only for the elect of Israel. We're going to keep saying that until it manifests, man. All right? The names of the righteous, the elect. You know? You see them get beamed up into the chariot. Go on, that's us, man. All right? And every brother that's giving diligence to make that call and election sure. It says, how shall they preach except they be sent? And that's what the word apostle means, to be sent away. All right? To teach the children of Israel the truth of Yahweh Shah. All right? You know? Teach Jacob about the Lord's statutes and commandments. Teach Jacob about the promises. You know, teach Jacob about getting their spirit right with Yahweh Shah, because the judgment is going to continue to go forth. All right? The ultimate plague that's going to come upon this place is thermonuclear destruction. All right? Don't take the seed hit, man. You know? Can't forget about that. All right? Because this devil's going to come down with great wrath. He knows that he has for a short time. That's why, you know, things are becoming more draconian. Right? The squeeze is getting tighter. You know? Because this devil knows it's a rap for him. All right? And this word going out, it indicates that this devil is finished.
Yeah.
All right? He saws the end of the world, and Jacob is beginning to fit that father.
You said it perfectly. That's you're right. The spirit, yeah. I think we reiterate. Just like this word coming out in these levels, and the internet doing the handiwork to this levels the whole world sees, it just proves right at the end. Yeah. You know, beautiful. Because it goes counter to the claim of what the small heads being people of the world. And everything they do has nothing, they have no attribute to the true Israelites in the scriptures. Especially if you start with the Most High and the Lord. And history just proves that. But anyway. Meaning I'm going into, what I mean by that is the Russian icons and the you know, your history of the Moors and the so-called blacks who in Europe. You know, the history of what history really is. It all goes back to Jake creating a lot of things we see around us, creating literature. You know, the Roman Empire. Part of the Roman Empire was so-called blacks who ruled. Right? There was a good set. Well, the Dark Ages were so-called blacks ruling. Right? Okay. Battery. Okay. What was it? But you got it.
It says, "How shall they preach except they be sent?"
Too bright.
As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. And that's what we do. Good works, man. Right? Bringing this knowledge into our people. You know what I'm saying? The gospel of peace. All right? The good news. That we're getting ready to rule for eternity, man. You know, as promised.
Be righteous.
And be righteous forever. Having the heathen nations where they it's in slavery at the bottom.
Now we can be before the hot weather shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good news. We're not a bunch of monkeys swimming on trees.
Exactly.
This damn devil, the Edomites, they're going to totally pay for what they've done. Way more than you could have, where you can make. However you want to get these Edomites back, and for what they've done to our people throughout the centuries, don't worry. Yahweh Shah, you have better plans. The good news is that these demons are going to pay for what they've done to our people, man. To the Native Americans, to our forefathers, right? They're going to pay, man. Even how wicked Israel is, they're still righteous. You know? This is what you've done to the nation of Israel. You touch Israel, man, you're finished. The good news is the Most High is going to avenge us.
It says, but they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who have believed our report? Only the elect. You know, there's 2/3 of our people who can't receive it. All right? It's set up there. There's nothing we can do about it. All right? It says, so then faith comes by hearing.
Well, that's a beautiful point because it says, who has believed our report? So how can this word be for everybody and it say that? So that's read between the lines is really saying that this is going to be hard for people to believe the word of the Lord in the last days. Who's going to believe his report? His news? Only the elect. So it's not going to be easy for everybody to believe it, or else it wouldn't have said that. All right? That's why it talks about faith. Faith, at the end of the day, faith, people think faith is like, means some kind of angelic religious word. No, faith is just another word for a belief. Right? You have atheists. Well, that's their faith.
Right.
There's nothing, faith has nothing to do with religion.
Yeah, they have faith in that.
What up?
You said atheist.
Yeah,
They have faith in
no God.
no God. People that believe in Buddha, they have faith in his teachings and
Oh yeah, people have faith in America. Right? That's all it means, man. But we got faith in Yahweh by Shem Shai. That's why I said you hear the words belief all the time. Belief and faith are synonymous. Okay?
What makes the elect special because they believe in something that is not only not tangible, but it's very difficult to believe, and it can't be proven 100%. Right? That's what makes the elect special. Right? Because we were saying things through the Spirit, starting with our apostles, on down. We were saying things, and we believed in things. We had faith in things of certain information that was years ago. Right? And then our faith never wavered. It stood firm. It stood strong. And it continued to grow. All via Yahweh Shai. When I first first got here, this brother mentioned the word stability, right? I was looking into it when I was over here. It means like a firmness, you know, like that. This tree right here, we looking at, it's firm, it's stable, right? No matter how much wind blows on it, no matter the weather, it's firm, it stays there. That's the faith of the elect, right? And the more you grow in this, the more faith of Yahweh Yahushai gives you. Your faith grows and grows and grows, right? So when everybody didn't believe in the MOTB, when they didn't believe in nuclear missiles, World War III, the draconian laws that were said, you know, that we spoke through the Spirit years ago, when everybody was calling us snow dummies and bums and faith-based Israelites, which was a compliment.
Yeah,
that's the nicest thing that
the water.
Funny looking nigga said.
Yeah, the water.
Right? Yeah, the ant-eater, right? When they called us all those things, we stood firm. Now you had a lot of them that fell out, but that's the casualties of war. You know?
Back in Romans 10 and 17, it says, so that faith cometh by hearing, and by hearing the word of the Heavenly Father. What I say.
So that's why Yahushua Yahushai had to create that internet. He had to create that line that would go throughout all the earth so we can hear it. Right? Because if we didn't hear it and the end comes, the Most High will be at fault. He will be a liar. Right? So that word had to be pushed out. You see, that message has to be pushed out. And this is something that Yahweh Yahushua, the Spirit, always does, right? Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Right? Before a kingdom falls, he always sends out his prophets to deliver that message. Warning. I'm sorry, what is it? Deuteronomy? Jeremiah, yeah. Jeremiah 28 and 8, right?
Yeah.
You got a quick one?
Yeah, quick one. Just quick. James chapter 2, verse 26. Yeah. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also.
Yeah. Right? Hit me again, brother.
Yeah.
It says, yeah.
James chapter 2, verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead.
Right. The body without the spirit is dead, right? They say when a person dies, what is it? They had a movie about that too. When a person dies, they lose weight, right? They lose 21 grams, right? Now we assume or speculate that could be the spirit. That's the weight of the spirit, because you know it's pure energy, right? It's power.
Who knows the weight of a flame?
Come on now.
Talk to me.
Only the Most High.
Because the spirit's of fire, spirit, the Lord, because the spirit's of fire.
Visible by 7 too.
Wait, hold on.
21. 3 times.
Yeah, 7 times. Oh, okay, now we're talking a little mathematical in here. Hi. Oh, you're right. That is. Yeah.
So.
You're going into the
right. So
spirit.
Read that again. He said, who knows that as a body?
James chapter 2, verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also.
Right. So as this body without the spirit is dead, right? A body needs an abode or a house to be able to live. The body needs a spirit to be able to function or live, right? If there's no spirit in the body, it's dead, right? The same way, what was it, working and hearing?
Faith without works.
Faith without works. Read that second part.
God. So faith without works is dead also.
Right, so faith without the works is dead. So it's only one, to believe is only one part, right? You show your belief by what? The works.
Yeah, just to back you up. It's not like you believe in an exercise program. Man, this works. This is good, man.
Yeah, it works. It really does.
How does it work? How do you know? Well, I just read it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, no, you know because you actually did it. That's one. It's one thing to believe something, but it's even known on a higher level when you actually practice it or do it. Then you can back it up more.
Like an example is like a coach in sports. You know, we always use analogies in sports. If you have a coach that never played the game or never had any, or never never really was in the game like that, it's hard to have faith in what he says, right? But if you have somebody that has experience in the game and they did it on a high level, right? You're like, damn, all right, I'm gonna listen to what he says.
I'm sorry, I got me excited because a lot of the back you up. A lot of the best coaches, for the most part, played the game or involved in the game.
Right.
If they didn't play college, they played in high school.
Right.
They didn't, if they weren't Division I, they played Division II. But they have insight in the game.
Right.
The best boxers, like Mike Tyson, I think he was a great mind, but he actually boxed really, really young. And when he got older, he became a coach. He was one of the coach because he got injuries.
Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson's coach.
Mike Tyson.
Gus? Gus something. But just like this. Like a player's coach, that's always like the best coaches.
Yeah. That was it, right?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Back in Romans chapter 10 and verse 17. It says, so the faith cometh by hearing, and by hearing the word of the Most High. What I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
Yeah. So that's how we were able to get the faith, because we heard the words. We heard the words of Yahweh Shai. Right. Right. We heard the words of Yahweh Shai. So that shows the importance of going out and teaching. That shows the importance of doing the shows, because that word has to get out. See?
That eye shall see that.
Yeah, that's right. That's promise. But then you got people out there, you got people like, well, God is my teacher. He's my man. You got to have teachers, though. God sends teachers, right? Okay, Jesus is my man.
So with that, I'm going to edify to the weather. I'm going to give all praise and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
honor to the apostles who bring their souls, shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.
It's a key.